I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. One, two, three, go. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what they wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. It all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing, now you're trapped in your own skin. The anxiety growing.
It is going to be a hot night right here on the Smackdown Security Detail as SmackDown emanates from Chicago. My name is Chris Best, here to do the SmackDown Security Detail. OMD should be along in a little bit. He's just running a little late. But right off the get-go, we already had a look back at what happened at Clash at the Castle with Drew McIntyre being screwed out of the championship by one CM Punk, only for Drew McIntyre to quit on Raw. Totally expecting a very hot crowd here tonight. Oh, and we got CM Punk starting off the show here. A very hot way to start the show off for sure. Of course, we got Punk high-fiving everyone. Seems that every time they do a wrestling show in Chicago, CM Punk somehow has to be involved. But it hasn't been specified as to why Punk is actually a part of this show tonight, considering he is a Raw superstar. Of course, Punk doing his traditional sitting down in the middle of the ring. Still feels like all these months later, it still feels to me a little bit surreal that Punk is back inside a WWE ring. I apologize in advance if I'm going to be quiet throughout this because I really want to hear what Punk has to say. All right, talking about July 17th, 2011, which was the date of Money in the Bank when Punk defeated John Cena. Ooh. Got Paul Heyman making his way to the ring. Oh, just enjoying these two right here cutting a promo right now. And now we got a hug between Paul Heyman and Punk right now. We got ourselves a little bit of a run-in after Chris. How's it going? How's it going, man?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, not too bad at all. Enjoying this meeting that we got right in the middle of the ring right now between Punk and Paul Heyman on our screen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even factor in the fact that Paul Heyman would show up in this promo. I wasn't even thinking about like their past relationship.
Well, I mean, I wonder if CM Punk is going to throw a little bit of shade into the Bloodline.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, that would be a great rub for Solo Sikoa, right? Like, I thought that this promo was going to be him, Punk, maybe talking about when he's going to be cleared to wrestle again.
Well, all he did mention at the post conference was that he was going to say whether or not he is cleared at all.
Mhm.
He didn't say when.
Yeah.
But the speculation is that by SummerSlam he will be good to go.
Yeah. And right now I've got Solo making his way to the ring. Has the Oiler game started yet for you, or?
It's about to. The anthem's on.
I don't have the Oiler game on right now.
That a boy. I wonder if like Jimmy would come.
That's what I'm wondering, because he called Tonga, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa the fake ass Usos, and now we got Cody with a baseball bat and Punk with a bat in the ring now.
Well, this makes sense given the clash at the castle and the Bloodline tried to attack Cody.
Right, and well, just as we speculated, Solo's going to be the next one to get the shot at Cody.
Well, we may have speculated, but I definitely predicted it.
Yeah. Oh, Cody just laid out a challenge to Solo for tonight.
Yeah, and just so you know, I'm on your time when it comes to the show. We're on the same thing. I know.
Yeah,
I know. I know you're not used to this on SmackDown, so I just wanted to make sure we clarified.
I'm laying it out for the viewers who aren't watching but listening to us, who aren't watching SmackDown but watching us. Oh. The Chicago crowd, man, they are always hot, and they are hot again tonight.
Yeah, but they're also loud. I haven't noticed their attractiveness like you, but I've noticed that they're loud.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
There's security guards standing around the announcers.
Because we all know security guards did a great job on Monday.
Oh yeah, just fantastic, right? So would it be too fast to lead to the Bianca and Jade breaking up now that they've dropped the tag titles, or do they get another shot run at the tag title somewhere down the line?
I would definitely have them get a rematch, and then I would gauge kind of what happens with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because here is, I think, the important decision is who turns on who, and you have to think it's Bianca probably turning on Jade.
Right.
But
because Jade's incredibly over right now. So,
well, also you need Bianca to lead that match. However, obviously right now we have Bianca in the triple threat with Michin and Chelsea Green.
There we go.
I know you missed it.
I do.
But do we know what if Jade has a Money in the Bank qualified match?
I haven't seen anything as far as what her role in Money in the Bank is going to be.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting to watch this right now.
Yeah,
but I was just home at a good time. So
no, the only Money in the Bank women's qualifier I know is the one that we're about to see. That's the only one I've seen that was announced for tonight.
Okay, I'd have to think there's at least a men's or two.
Yeah, there's a men's one. It's give me 1 second here because I can't remember.
1,000, 1,000. Okay, I give you 2.
Gentlemen,
Hello.
how are we doing?
I'm like, there we go.
There we go.
Pleasure to have you joining us here.
Well, what do you mean? You joined us.
Yeah, you're the one who's late.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the problem with working until 8 o'clock.
When it comes to 8 o'clock your time, I know. I know.
Yes, you do. So I am aware that CM Punk opened the show. I just got back in time to see Cody and Punk with bats as I was waiting for the computer to load up.
Yeah. Oh, it's Randy, Tama, Tonga, and Carmelo Hayes in the male Money in the Bank qualifier tonight, Parrish.
As well as KO, Andrade, and Grayson Waller.
I really hope Andrade and Carmelo are the two that advance.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I want to see KO get a shot, him and Randy have that. They have other things going on.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be him and Randy versus Tama and
Tonga.
Tama and Tonga and Waller in Theory at Money in the Bank for the tag belts.
Well, aren't they really going towards DIY with Waller and Theory?
Yeah. They're going to DIY, plus they're teasing a split between Waller and Theory as well. So,
yeah, I think they may have Johnny Gargano enter SummerSlam in Cleveland as a tag champion. Because when you think about it, then you have all your Cleveland boys going into SummerSlam as champions. You have Miz, you have Gargano, you have Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny how they allow Cleveland-born guys to be winners in their town, but they screw the Scottish people. So who do you guys have for
So
the
then
Money in the Bank matches?
you also missed OMD that Cody Rhodes laid out a challenge for Solo Sikoa.
Yes, I did. And I'm going to guess you challenge Solo for Money in the Bank.
No, it's for tonight.
It's for tonight, yeah. But Money in the Bank matches. I can't get around. I can't get around Jey Uso. I really think he's going to be the one that does it.
If it's let's put Jey Uso out for a second, because I think with Jey Uso, he's the obvious favor right now for the men's.
Yeah.
I would not mind Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, him running with the briefcase and his cocky attitude would just mesh well together.
Yep.
Especially, go ahead.
I could also see Dom.
I called Dom my dark horse pick on that a few days ago.
I had Andrade winning it, but I haven't been big on the way he's been booked.
No, but Money in the Bank is also one of those things where, I mean, did anybody see Damien Sandow winning?
No.
And then all of a sudden your perception of him changes after he wins, right?
Yep.
So it all depends on what they do afterwards.
But let's backtrack it all the way to the first Money in the Bank. Did any of us really see Edge taking that one? Because everybody
100% I did.
Yeah. Because everybody I spoke to around then were all wanting Jericho to win it that night.
Early predictions on who we have in this match. Not who we want, but who we actually think.
So this is Bianca versus who?
Michin and Chelsea Green, and I want Chelsea Green to win it.
What did I just say? Not who you want, but who you predict. Then you have to word it flat out. I want Chelsea. There are sentences and there are ears, Christopher.
Michin.
Yes, I know, Christopher, but I want and I'm predicting Chelsea Green to win. Bah.
Name's not Christopher. It's just Chris. Yeah, I'm more of a Christoph, by the way.
But you're going Michin on this one, OMD?
I'm going to go Michin.
I'm predicting that we're going to see Piper Niven help Chelsea Green win this match. Because I think you'd want to do something within the tag. And I think with Jade and Bianca as the tag contenders, you don't need any of them in the Money in the Bank match.
Right. And Michin's got her stuff down on NXT, so.
She does.
But we don't, you never want to count NXT as a for sure thing because you don't know how long people are going to be there. The Good Brothers also finished up kind of their little spat down there as well when they lost against Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the tag titles. Right. So if they're not down there, is Michin going to be down there?
Yep. And to the same extent that you have Piper Niven potentially helping Chelsea Green, do we see Gallows and Anderson cause a distraction?
No, I don't think you see any. I think this will be a lot like the King of the Ring qualifier matches. I don't know if we'll see a lot of that, but I also don't like. When was the last time you saw male and female interactions with the males helping the females? That extent, like that much extent.
Right.
I can't even think of the last time, unless it was the Judgment Day helping Rhea with something.
And usually that was only if there was a counterpart to it, though, right?
Yeah, if the person that Rhea was taking on had a male counterpart.
Also, I just want to give a shout out to Mary Jane 45. Thank you so much for the follow.
Okay.
Nice.
What you drinking?
Dr.
No.
Pepper creamy coconut.
Oh yeah, my wife likes that.
Is that the one that's over at Food Basics there?
No, that's the strawberries and cream is at Food Basics.
Where'd you grab that one?
Creamy coconut I found when I went across the river a few weeks ago with the girlfriend. It's the last can I have of it. So the fact that a 12-pack of that has lasted me 3 weeks is amazing.
I really need to get my passport so I can just take a day trip over to Michigan and get some of the good snacks that they have there.
Yep. Tomorrow I have to literally finish work, come home, shower, and hit the highway to go visit the kid and surprise him for the weekend.
And we're back with the triple threat match in about 5.5 hours. OMD, you will be back with the match.
Yes. Yes.
So this is like a bizarre week. I run into the SmackDown show. I was there for the full Raw. I did the Raw preview review.
Yeah,
right?
You're everywhere this week with us.
What the hell's going on around here? It wasn't even that late of a run-in.
No.
No,
But it is 1-0 Oilers.
sweet.
Gotta
Yes.
do my dance.
So I've got to ask, I know we're watching SmackDown, but what did you think of those two trades the other day?
Well, I'll say this. I don't know why the Kings traded for Dubois in the first place, but them trading him away make a lot more sense of trading for him, but they still lost basically of who they gave to Winnipeg. I would have took Velarde and Iafallo over Dubois individually.
Right.
Mhm.
And yeah, but they got rid of a contract that they needed to. Good for them. They got a goalie that they needed, so good for them. And yeah, and I think it'll allow LA to be a little bit more of a buyer in free agency.
Yep. Well, and here's what I'm wondering, because LA now has that $23.5 million in cap space, I'm wondering if there's a move that they're looking at with Toronto.
So there is a source that I know that has Marner going to Vegas. And in return could be William Karlsson and Shea Theodore.
Yes. I have heard that one as well.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get renewed. Somebody's going to offer Steve Stamkos a big contract.
Yep. And I could see that being in LA.
And before you say anything, Chris Best, allow OMD to get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
As we celebrate the Whalers' goal one more time. Are you now caught up, OMD?
I just got the finish.
There you go. See, that's how it's done. And the winner of your match, Chelsea Green.
And once again, our pick Parrish pins OMD's pick.
Although, the last time a ladder match came down, I believe OMD was the one who predicted the winner.
Yeah.
So, see, OMD, I crap on you, but I still got your back.
I appreciate that.
Why does that security guard look like Devon? Oh, yeah, she got called up.
Oh, yeah. She kind of looks like she just walked off the set of Beetlejuice, to be honest with you, with that outfit.
Who's a chicken super bad that like got her nose like smashed?
Oh, Emma Stone.
Yeah, she looks like her.
Yeah.
Solo's not too happy with Polly. Now, as we see, Solo is wearing gloves very eerie to one late Bray Wyatt.
Yes, almost exactly like his gloves.
There has been theories that the Wyatt Six are targeting people who don't treat family well. Is this foreshadowing of Wyatt Six versus the Bloodline at some point?
Could very well be.
I believe so, and I'm thinking that's why we're seeing the guards all around the building because of what the Wyatt Six did on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Our penalty kill is just freaking good.
I will not disagree with that, to be honest with you. Edmonton's PK is just fucking something else.
Well, you know, you are dropping so many F-bombs, man.
Yeah. I'm allowed to.
I mean, good thing we put that profanity button onto the yes. Oh my god.
Still only 1-0. Okay.
Okay, I have the game on too.
No, I'm just checking because I can't go back and forth.
This is why you got the local one here.
Yeah.
The shots are 8-1 for the Oilers right now.
Okay, so they're right on track with the way they should be playing right now.
Yeah. With 9 minutes left in the first.
Yep. So I got asked today who takes the fall if the Panthers don't win the cup. And I was like, well, in this case, it's going to be their GM.
No, it's the star players.
Yeah, it's definitely the star players.
You know what? Here's the thing. Anybody who gives teams that much flack for losing in the Stanley Cup Finals, I implore you to get inside your head and smack out the idiot, please.
Yeah.
Your team did something that 30 teams could not do. And yes, if Florida loses, because one, yes, that's 2 years in a row losing. You blew a 3-0 lead. But I think you give them a little bit of grace who you blew that lead to when you consider 2 players on the other team just happen to be 2 of the best players in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to look within your locker room. This is not a GM thing. The GM did his job and got a team 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. What really could you ask more from him?
Right.
This is a character thing, and this would be a situation where you have to look inside the mirror and hold yourselves accountable for what just happened. You have to look at the Barkovs, the Bennetts, the Tkachuks, the Ekblads, the Bobrovsky, whose save percentage is now under 900 in the series.
Yep.
And getting outplayed by Stuart Skinner. How many people saw Stuart Skinner outdo Ottinger and then Sergei Bobrovsky?
Right.
That's a near impossible task, but he's done it.
You're also playing different teams, and let's face it, Ottinger, Bobrovsky are playing 2 of the best players in the league. Well, Stuart Skinner does not have to do that. But also, I will bat this with how smart does Ken Holland look if the Oilers win the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, I did not like his trade deadline.
No, but then does Ken Holland renew? Because I believe his contract is up.
It is, and I don't think he renews. In fact, I think he takes a different role with the team. But I definitely think he's a backup in case something does happen. I will say that Ken Holland does a really good job playing around the cap. And being a fan of the Saints and having Mickey Loomis being a cap wizard, it is weird to have these guys who are that smart with the cap.
Right.
But he is not the only one.
And see, that's where, like, and I'm going to be honest, this is what I don't get with the Leafs front office is one of our AGMs is one of the guys who helped write the salary cap. Why he has not been promoted to GM, I don't know.
There's more than just knowing how the cap works, but we do have Caleb Braxton talking to Grayson Waller after the replaying the attack from DIY last week.
Oh.
Well, I believe it was one of you two that called it that says, who says we don't see Drew McIntyre show up on SmackDown and he's just quit Raw.
I'm crediting Parrish on that one because I believe he was the one who said that was going to happen.
I did. I wasn't going to say anything.
And it's based off what you had said about Punk screwing him in Scotland. Now we've got Drew screwing him in Chicago.
Well, he doesn't necessarily screw him in Chicago, but he does get some revenge.
Mm-hmm.
As CM Punk left Drew McIntyre embarrassed in his own crowd, Drew McIntyre is leaving CM Punk unconscious in his. As he takes off a bracelet that CM Punk has on his wrist and puts it in his pocket. The question now asks, what is on that bracelet? Whew.
Yeah, what is the significance of that bracelet?
Now, here's the question I got to ask. Did Drew pray for this?
No.
The question I have is, how does Punk retaliate with this now?
I have a question for you guys. As we saw, I believe it was 2002 with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Are we heading to an unsanctioned match between Drew and CM Punk at SummerSlam?
Ooh, I would love for that to happen.
Yeah?
It's not often I say something against that reaction from OMD. But
yeah. I do like your way of thinking, though, because this is definitely where it could lead because of the way that they've been interacting and the way the heat is starting to build up between these two.
Yep.
Especially with Drew McIntyre quitting, where we don't know if he quit WWE or just Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It seems it's Monday Night Raw, or else why is he at Friday Night SmackDown?
Right.
Yeah.
However, he can easily be kicked out of the arena by General Manager Nick Aldis, which I'm going to be certain that does happen.
Yes.
And perhaps the only way he returns back to WWE and Monday Night Raw is getting what he wants. And if CM Punk isn't medically clear for SummerSlam, but wants to fight regardless, you unsanction this match, both guys get what they want, WWE is off the hook, but you bring Drew McIntyre back to Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
I do like that because it does follow along the lines of, again, Shawn Michaels. You compared Punk and Drew to Brett and Shawn.
I didn't. I showed you. I even sent you the video that I saw.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not taking credit for something I saw online.
But it makes sense though now in the long run, you know.
OMD, if I find it, I'll send it to you as well.
Sure.
Because when they made Shawn versus Triple H, I do believe it was Bischoff who said, like, I can't in good conscience make this match official, so it's going to be an unsanctioned match.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Just having CM Punk in that fireman's carry, is that Drew McIntyre's message of saying, if you want to come to my home and break my dreams, I will come to your home and make you go to sleep?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I'll take credit for that one.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's what she said.
That was, the way he carried him out in that fireman's carry, and he stood there for a second. That's definitely a slight jab at Punk. And then the way he threw him off just with authority there. Yeah.
Hey, there's Jason Jordan.
No, that's Kurt Angle's son, Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
But we do have Tama Tonga in the ring with Carmelo Hayes already in the ring.
Now, do we see Mello versus LA Knight at Money in the Bank to sort of put an end to that?
No, it's going to be Logan Paul and LA Knight.
Oh, see, from what I read earlier today, is they are looking at more Logan Paul and LA Knight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that match is going to be at SummerSlam. I do think you could see LA Knight in the match with Logan Paul costing him the brief.
Okay, yeah.
To help escalate that feud.
Well, we'll have to find out about that because later on we are getting an LA Knight and Logan Paul confrontation, as it said.
Now, after SmackDown, we had a backstage segment with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton admits that him and Kevin Owens are indeed friends.
Yeah. It's just a matter of how
Randy Orton's calling a lot of people friends.
Well, KO even came out earlier in the week and said, like, the one guy who has done the most for me throughout my entire tenure in WWE has been Randy Orton.
Something tells me this is. I was going to say something tells me that this is leading to a breakup between the two, and there's going to be a feud down the line.
And I'm okay with it.
I wouldn't mind if you long played this. I mean, very much like the Riddle,
right?
RKO thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the nice thing about like a pay-per-view or PLE like Money in the Bank is you don't have to necessarily do anything major at these shows.
Right.
Yeah. You can use it to escalate. You can use it to further explain things, as we see Randy Orton get 2-on-1 right away. But I am liking the aggressiveness in this match.
Yeah. I like how they both attacked Orton right off the top, just trying to take out the most experienced person in the ring, you know?
Well, and the only one who has won it before, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
So it's like the three of them understand the urgency surrounding this match, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I could even see Mello with his swag and his attitude with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then carrying it.
Especially given his tagline, Mello doesn't miss.
Right?
But I think the real question is it too early for Carmelo Hayes?
I think in terms of right now being on the main roster, yes, but you can let him carry that much like Priest did, much like Dolph did. And I'd have him do it on the Raw after Mania like Dolph.
I still think they should have done that cash-in at WrestleMania, but that's just me. I will update you guys. It is 1-0 after 1 for the Edmonton Oilers. 11-2 shots on goal favoring the Oilers. A standing ovation from the crowd at the end of the first period.
Good.
Now that, Florida, is passion.
And you know why? Because fuck Florida. That's why.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's the first time OMD's ever sworn on air.
I'm still in, dad mode because even though he's not here, like I don't swear around my kid and he gets upset. Like literally, if I was to say something like that, he'd be like, "Dad, language." So
OMD language.
Nah, not tonight. I'm gonna have enough of that up between tomorrow night and Sunday dealing when I see him. So
So we did talk about the men's ladder match in an earlier commercial break. Who do you guys have winning the women's Money in the Bank? As we know, Chelsea Green, I believe, is the first one qualified.
EOS guys also qualified too.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. That was another time where our picks pinned yours.
for me, I am torn between Lyra and Tiffany if she qualifies. But again, Tiffany has sort of slipped down with her booking. But
how so? She's got a big angle with Nia Jax going on right now, and Nia is the number one contender. So
but Tiff hasn't really been on TV, hasn't been in the ring.
She was on TV last week, dude.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like not in the ring, not competing. She's just getting these little 30-second clips backstage.
She was.
I think OMD is trying to say he wants to see something of more importance with Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah,
something that has more traction. I think with Nia Jax, we all know that's not very tractionable, simply because we know where Nia Jax is going. But where's that going to leave Tiffany Stratton? I got you, OMD.
And that's where I'm making my prediction for Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax wins the Money in the Bank wins the title at SummerSlam. Tiffany cashes in.
I'm gonna pick Chelsea Green, fellow Western Canadian.
But she's a Canucks fan.
I mean, everyone has flaws.
Yeah.
I like you and you're a Leafs fan.
But I'm cheering the Oilers right now.
Well, I mean, you were put not even in a rock or a hard place. You were put in that other spot.
Yes.
You were given no other alternative other than cheering for the team you've already cursed. Which is hilarious because you're a Dolphins fan, but then you hate the team that plays in the same city.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that was a close save by Randy Orton right there.
It's Randy in the art of watching the 2 count.
Another great thing about Randy Orton in this match is like you're going to see that ring general in the match.
Mm-hmm.
We see it time and time again. When you have the proper person, man or woman, in that match, it makes the match that much better. And I think just in that tag match at Clash at the Castle, I think that's what it lacked, was a true ring general in that match. Because I think if you gave that match a redo, it's not the same match.
Right. Like, because what I'm getting out of Randy Orton right now is he's helping Tama Tonga and Carmelo Hayes dictate the pace of the match.
Yeah.
I'm going to just slightly kind of change kind of that a little bit. I believe Randy Orton is dictating the pace.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's allowing Carmelo Hayes and Tama Tonga to drive how they want with the pace that they're being allowed to.
Right.
And because of that, we're seeing a little bit more of an even keel towards that finish line. And that's me trying to stay into the race car analogy there.
Yeah.
And we've got a hockey fight between a Samoan and a Bostonian.
That seems to be a pretty common spot this week. I've seen it about 4 or 5 times now.
Which is funny because you think a hockey fight between the Bostonian and the St. Louis guy would be a little bit more appropriate.
Right? Oh, Tonga.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But before you say anything, Chris, we do have
I know.
yeah, we got the 5-minute delay over here known as OMD. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
On cue. Owen Wilson, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I like it.
It elevates Carmelo Hayes after getting the pin on somebody with a lot of credibility in Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
The distraction from KO allowed Tama Tonga not to get the win. But now we're 2 for 2 in matches where somebody was the right person at the right time.
Yep.
but it was done in different ways.
And now we definitely have Randy Orton and KO furthering their feud with Tama and Tonga right now.
Yep.
Oh. Now, to add, as we're seeing a little bit of a review of the Wyatt 6 debut, I'm not going to lie, I hate when people say, oh my God, it was the debut of the Wyatt. And I'm like, no, all of them have been on the television before, but this is the debut of this group. So specifics, I think, are definitely something that's needed. During the Alpha Academy segment where Otis and everyone left, did you guys happen to see the figurine in the locker room?
No.
No, but I kind of want to go back and re-see that.
There was a figurine of the Rambling Rabbit in there to give you that extra foreshadow with Chad Gable. As we see him on our screens, who looks presumably dead, but most likely not, as our Raw GM Adam Pearce said he was just not medically clear to compete this Monday, as Dragunov has taken his spot. But
yes, and supposedly from everybody that we believed was there, Chad Gable was actually the only roster talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and when people say Carmelo Hayes was there, well, one, he is not a Raw contracted superstar, so why would he be there? And everyone that they thought was, Kaiser or Gunther, they were security guards. That was it.
It just seemed like that one bald guy, that guy that we thought was Braun Strowman. He did have that kind. He did kind of look like Braun Strowman.
He did
in that
except
lighting.
for the fact that he was bald and didn't have Strowman's mullet.
But here's why I'm going to say that theory. I'm not going to say it's dumb, but I'm not going to also disagree with it. Given the fact that Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt are super close, this is a faction named after Bray Wyatt. With Bray Wyatt seemingly to be represented by the light. And why would they attack the guy who is the godparent to one of Bray Wyatt's children?
Right. Right. All right, gentlemen, one moment, please.
Is this a locker room visit? It is a locker room visit.
We got to get these graphics on this page.
Yeah, we do.
Or you just put all this stuff on the other one where everything else was there.
Yeah. So at this point in the stage, I'm guessing just because we just had the review for the Wyatt 6, that's what we're getting for the Wyatt 6 tonight.
Perhaps.
Because I suspected that they would show up on SmackDown, given that, again, those QR codes were showing up not just on Raw, but on SmackDown as well.
I think the thing, too, about the Wyatt 6, I think the whole idea of when they're going to strike and who they're going to strike are going to be left cryptic than it is in that obvious. Because we have yet to hear anybody in the Wyatt Six to be exclusive Raw superstars.
Yeah, because none of them were drafted. So
and Nick Aldis did confirm that he has extra security on site to ensure that they are not going to attack anyone. However, does that really matter?
no. That's right now. We've got LA Knight making our way to the ring.
Oh man, you took it away from me.
I apologize.
All right.
OMD.
Yes.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
I see him.
Not
Yahoo.
Hey, Mario. I made that up on the spot.
Oh, you.
That had to be the best Knock Knock joke on the spot. Given the fact that it even corresponded with what we're watching on screen. I'm very proud.
So I like the fact that they're building a storyline behind a triple threat qualifier match for next week's show. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And this is either to do one of two things. This is either to escalate the match where Logan Paul is pinned by LA Knight, who qualifies, or is the Adam Henrik score and make it 2-0? Well, yeah, the dance is back.
Yeah.
Or we see Santos Escobar be the man who sees the treasure chest and is the man known as X and takes advantage of a situation.
If I'm Santos, that's exactly what I'd be doing in this match.
Yep.
That's why I think Santos Escobar coming down and poking the bear that is LA Knight, I think that was a silly move, my friend. Because the last thing you want to do is take away the leverage you have. And right now the leverage you have is letting the two people in the match with you beat each other up.
Yep.
And just saying, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's 2-1.
Damn it. Florida wasn't allowed to do that.
I mean, they're not going to go down quietly, so people need to do that. But there is a ooh, it might be offside. It might be offside. It might be offside. I don't think it is, though.
And they're saying both goals in the first minute of the second period?
Yes. It's a hot second.
Damn.
And there is a coach's challenge on the play.
Ooh.
If this goal is called back, ooh, this crowd is going to go crazy. I do think they are not going to win this challenge.
And then they lose their timeout.
And they get a penalty.
Yep.
It all depends on if the player bringing in the puck is allowed to have the puck on the blue line before the other guy crosses.
Right.
It's the way they do offsides now. I don't know anymore.
That looks offside to me.
Oh, we got the water bottle thrower over there. I believe he's the general manager, Barry Zito. He is pacing.
Oh, does the puck have to be on the line or across the line for it to be an offside?
That's exactly what I just said right before you said, I think that's offside.
Yeah.
I really, at this point, I don't know. But I always thought
it was across the line.
I always thought if it was on the blue line and the puck carrier is taking it in and has control, you're okay. But
I think it's if he has control, even if the puck comes in like equal or just behind his front skate, he's okay. But
and it's no goal. No goal is what we have.
Damn.
So Knobloch is 5 for 7. First coach's challenge.
So he's locking his knobs. All right.
Hey, man. This knob is taking it to you.
Just as
One might say this knob is locked in right now.
he's
How about
not
that
playing with Brian knobs.
Hey, Chris Best, why don't you come away from the gym and stop training legs and meet us right here?
So why do I see?
Speaking of legs, the Bloodline are using their legs to beat up Kevin Owens. Look at that transition. That was good.
It was. But now the story of the match is how is Kevin Owens going to fare in this match?
I think this. Well, I was going to ask. I was going to say, I think we need some faces in the Money in the Bank match, but Andrade is a face.
Yes, he is.
And just like in the other male qualifier match earlier, we're seeing a sense of urgency between these three men right off the get-go.
Yes, we are.
You'll laugh in a second, OMD.
Well, hello, Nikki.
Good evening,
Hello.
Nikki. Welcome to the show.
Nikki, as we ask everyone that we first meet, how did you come across the show? And thank you very much for spending your time with us. We appreciate it. And how is your evening going so far? Honestly, I don't even know. I'm not into sports at all. I'm into gaming.
Well, there we do have a lot of we have gaming content on this channel as well. So
We do. We have two gaming shows. One Wednesday night, the PlayStation Showcase with Chris Best and myself. And Thursday night, the Boar's Nest with myself and Bubba Duke.
there's 3 gaming shows, dude.
And Saturday Night Gaming with Chris Best on Saturdays. Yes, thank you for the reminder. I'm old.
Counting's hard for this guy.
The math ain't mathin'.
He is no mathlete.
I am not.
No. But yeah, no, we still appreciate it. With these kind of watch-alongs, don't worry if you're not really into sports. A lot of it is just us crap talking one another and just enjoying the show you watch. If you happen to be watching Friday Night SmackDown and want to be active and get involved, it's welcomed. Even if you don't, and you just like to see us be idiots and enjoy our stupid banter, that's also welcome.
Yes.
Yep.
What kind of gaming are you into there, Nikki, as we try our best to get to know our show?
Yes. And as you're saying, you love a watch long. Is it okay if you just yap in here? Please,
Oh,
by
yeah.
all means.
That's
We encourage
That's all we do is yap in here as well. So
we want the interaction with our viewers and our fans.
Yeah, just OMD. You just can't count on it.
No, I can't. I'm 4, 5. Maybe there's a decimal in there. So she's into WoW and Minecraft and stuff like PC gaming. Okay, are you a console gamer at all as well, Nikki? Or do you do that? Or do you have any crossover games that you like to play with people on consoles?
This is the most I've seen you be interactive with people.
Yeah.
By the way. This is a welcome change. Where is this butting mashing on Mondays?
Where was this on Wednesday? Where was this on Wednesdays? Dude was on his phone for half the show.
I wasn't even on my phone on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Sounds a lot like Mondays too.
Mondays, it's just hard to get a word in edgewise with anybody.
No, it's not. If you speak loud, it's fine. I know there's usually 5 guys and a side of fries. But you're dealing with Bubba and Carl. They're not exactly motor mouse.
No, they're not. I am looking at the two of you.
One lags and the other one's like actually waiting for people to respond. But it's hard when all of a sudden you're just like, the weather outside is weather.
Yeah, don't say. But you know what? It's amazing how the weather how the weather affects business, because it was so comfy outside, we actually had steady business.
But yeah, going back to
that
why I'm always
Oiler,
going back to
say, like, anything I love it. Go ahead.
Sorry.
We talked about this.
Yeah. The reason why I like talking is because there's one thing I've been taught in broadcasting is to eliminate dead air.
What's the Jersey guy's name? It's being covered. That's Parrish.
Yeah, Chris Parrish.
That is Chris Parrish.
Yeah. Do we even have the name bar? Oh, we do, yeah.
Yeah, I just got to I'll remove the thing.
No. I have an idea. I have a better idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope, that is no.
So, and Nikki, where are you from, if you don't mind us asking?
Yeah, because OMD wants to stalk you.
Sure. Yeah,
I have a girlfriend, but you know.
But right now we've got ourselves
a joke.
We've got ourselves a very fantastic triple threat match here. Once again, another hockey brawl spot.
You can just call me Parrish. It's fine. Everyone else does. From Virginia, OMD.
Nice.
Virginia.
Yes.
What part? Richmond? You don't have to answer if you don't want to give exact location. Just guessing. We're 3 Canadians, so.
Yeah.
Just let you know.
I've never been anywhere near the state of Virginia. Furthest into the states I've been is Ohio.
It's not really that far, though, for us.
No, unless you want to count when I was a wee gaffer and went to California and Hawaii.
Well, Hawaii would be the furthest then. Even if you didn't remember it, you still went, right?
Yep.
I mean, the furthest I've actually been in the States is the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, so.
And she thinks we're personable, guys. Like, that's a common misconception.
No, it's not. I'm totally personable.
Yeah, really.
I get along with everyone.
Given what time it is right now, I got to assume that this is our main event of the show.
At 25-10, you're assuming this triple threat is our main event?
Yeah. Nikki's the main event.
I must applaud you then, Nikki. Congratulations. I am thrilled.
That was cool.
Am I 2 for 2, by the way, for predictions? Actually, 3 for 3 because I said Chelsea too.
Yeah, because I just as I thought that this was the main event, but it's not. We're Nikki. We're talking pro wrestling here and hockey because
Yes.
the Oilers game is on as well.
Yes. Yes, we were all massive pro wrestling and WWE fans. All hockey fans as well. All different teams that we cheer for in hockey, but wrestling is where we bond.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you, Parrish, for fixing that up.
You're welcome. If that's not straight, then whatever. Actually, it's a non to me. I don't have OCD. It's just I don't like being unprofessional.
As right now we are looking at the highlights from the the Cody Rhodes Solo Sikoa. That's headlining tonight. I forgot about that one.
Oh, you mean like you forgot that the champion is headlining the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki. Although we're all hockey fans, my team is in the Stanley Cup final, which means they're one of the 2 best teams.
OMD's got eliminated in the first round, and mine didn't even see the playoffs.
Now, Nikki, I know you said that you do not like sports, but are there any sports you do watch? As I will let you know, I am a big NFL fan as well. I don't even like Canadian football.
And I myself am an MLB fan. I can speak English, I promise.
No, you can't. Don't lie.
No, it's just a facade.
I am hockey and football, but I will watch a little bit of everything, with the exception really of basketball. She watched Wimbledon high, and it was the only time she enjoyed a sport. Well,
that's...
There you go, Baz. Now you have something in common. You like to get high.
Yeah, but I don't see myself watching Wimbledon.
And now we are getting an ad for the Post Malone pack where he looks just scrawny as anything for the game.
Really? Post Malone looks scrawny? You wouldn't say.
Oh, this is the DLC pack I want to get because it has Honky Tonk Man in it.
Bullshit. You want Post Malone.
You want Posty.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I do like one of his songs that's on the soundtrack. So,
see? Weirdo.
Yeah. You damn right I'm a weirdo. I'm proud of it.
But Nikki's saying that sports aren't awful. She just wishes there were more close-ups of the players for more drama.
Well, then wrestling is for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the mic'd up. They're
yes,
hilarious.
Especially the NHL mic'd up ones. Yep.
Well, to an extent, but so are the NFL ones sometimes too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, like especially like, do you guys follow that one channel where they dub the mic'd up players?
Oh, bad lip reading.
Put in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that hilarious?
Yes,
I fucking love that channel.
I mean, talk about having a lot of time on your hands, but also very entertaining.
Yeah. It takes that guy like several months to just make one of those videos, though.
Well, yeah. There's like a million videos he has to dub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nikki is asking our ages.
No, I'm the youngest.
Yeah, I'm the second. I'm the second oldest.
And I'm the oldest.
I like how you said second oldest, and you wouldn't even take that opportunity to say the second youngest.
Yeah,
You're just like, yeah, no, I'm old.
I'm the grandfather of the group.
Yep. Yet you're the grandfather, but you can't tell time. You are the broken grandfather clock.
I can't read my numbers. I failed kindergarten.
Me failed English? That's impossible.
Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Oh, I'm glad that you like the TV shows, but movies are just like
Right. And yes, I have seen the Simpsons movie.
Okay, because I was gonna quote.
Because that's an award-winning piece of art.
It is.
It actually did win awards.
It shows Bart's penis in like the first 5 minutes. How is that?
No,
Bart?
it shows a French fry up in place.
No, dude, it actually shows his dick when he's skateboarding.
Oh God, ay caramba!
And just like they do in WWE storylines, they built to the tees for that.
Oh dear Lord! And just so you guys know, it is over the halfway point of the Oilers game, and the Oilers are up 2-0, out shooting Florida 13-6.
Yay!
I
am so happy right now. Oh, and we have Tiffany Stratton and Michin.
Yeah.
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 So she's asking, why are they called the Oilers?
I've always wondered that myself, actually.
Because oil is a big thing in Alberta, especially
yes, the Alberta
in Edmonton.
oil sands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oilers.
Okay, well that makes more sense, actually.
What did you think it was? I'm actually now curious.
I actually don't remember, to be honest with you. Actually, for one thing, I've always wondered why our local team is called the Greyhounds. I've always wondered that.
Well, back in the day, didn't the Greyhound bus wasn't that widely popular?
Oh, yeah, but I just actually remembered the story. They actually came up with the name Greyhounds to combat Sudbury Wolves. To say that maybe Sudbury may have the more powerful team, but we have the more speedier team.
Gotta love sports and the pettiness, don't you?
Yeah.
So next week we get 2 women's Money in the Bank qualifiers on SmackDown. Naomi, Blair Davenport, and Indy Hartwell in one. Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and I missed the third opponent in the other.
I think it was Tiffany, maybe, because I missed it too.
I said Tiffany.
Chris, ears.
Legged out a little bit.
That's the second time. It's Candice LeRae.
Okay.
And then we also get the LA Santos Escobar and Logan Paul.
Yes.
Match as well. I'm going to predict that we're going to see LA Knight, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi advance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on Tiff.
Well, yeah, because that's who you predicted to win.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
I could see Naomi winning it because she needs something. But I think I'm going to go with your idea from earlier, and I'm going to go with Santos to win.
The beauty of just saying a lot of things is that you should always be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm just sticking with my idea of LA Knight winning and then having Logan Paul cost him. Therefore, it creates a little bit more into that storyline. Therefore, makes their SummerSlam match official right after, and then the builds on. And then, I don't know. Although, like, I wouldn't hate Santos Escobar in. Guy needs something, but
because that would further the Legado versus Andrade feud.
Potentially, yeah.
So next week's SmackDown going to be from Madison Square Garden. I feel like it's been a while since we saw a SmackDown there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LA Knight also mentioned that as well. It is promo that next week they're in Madison Square Garden. The one thing, though, I don't know. I want to know your guys' feel of this. Madison Square Garden, I thought lost a little luster when they reconstructed the arena because it doesn't have that feel that it used to have.
Right.
Like, as much as, like, when I was a kid, I didn't always like the door entrance. There were times I did, right?
Right.
But also, when I grew older, I loved the fact that it just made everything different. And
it made MSG
sometimes when you're
it made it feel special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just a little bit on the unique part of it, but also it's nice to see that, and I kind of wish the video game would introduce that.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, because like it has all the different like pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever you want to call them. But to me, getting like those individuality sets, because you're seeing like the Raw set done in the Raw way, but it has to adapt to the layout, and I thought that was always different. And it just made the visual look different, made the show feel a little bit different, but at the same time, it just, I don't know. That's also why it's the most famous arena in the world, right?
Right.
And now I just feel it's like, oh yeah, it's like everything else. It's like, oh cool, I care so much more now.
Right. Because it was always known as being the place of historical significance. Everything significant happened at Madison Square Garden. With a few notable exceptions.
Yeah, well, everything in the sporting and entertainment world, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paris, that is the one thing that has bothered me too about the pay-per-view or about Madison Square Garden is the fact that they did take away that short entrance.
And Nikki, I just sent you a follow, and dear God, are you killing it on Twitch, by the way? Congratulations with your 3,000 followers.
Jeez. Well, I will do the exact same thing.
So just so you guys know, the 50-50 of the other game is just over $6 million.
Jesus. There you go. I just sent her a follow as well.
There you go. See, Nikki, the one thing that we definitely support here, over whether it's Turnbuckle Studios, whether it's our individual channels of CBRS Entertainment or Chris Parrish or over at OMD, even at the Boar's Nest, we do support people. So if you support us, we'll support you. That's just the way we like to operate.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's always better when there's somebody else to enjoy it with, right? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Saying golf. But even golf has a caddy, so can't be like golf, I guess. Oh, there you go. We got that black towel again on Solo for you, OMD, but he does have the Solo graphic on the towel.
Yes, he does. I was going to say it's Taz Sikoa.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, too, like now Taz does not wrestle anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to at least leave that nostalgic behind because we've seen so many people adopt so many other things from wrestlers. Hell, even Bray Wyatt adapted the red light from Kane.
Yep.
The mandible claw from Mankind. And we never once said, hey, we have Mankind or Mick Foley over here.
Right.
You know, I'm actually surprised that he hasn't even compared him to Samoa Joe because I see more Samoa Joe with the towel and his overall look.
Well, especially with the shorts, yeah. But
Can you imagine
that's kind of. Sorry,
go ahead.
No. You first.
I was gonna say, can you imagine what a match between Samoa Joe and Solo Sikoa would look like, though?
Yeah. The one thing I do like about Solo Sikoa is he's taken a lot of things from a lot of people and kind of making it his own. So he's almost taken some from whether it's the late great Umaga, whether it is taking something from Taz, whether it is taking some from Samoa Joe. He is creating something unique with all those blends. So that's the art of pro wrestling at times. Sometimes you don't reinvent the wheel, but you take something about different types of wheels and you make a new one.
Yeah, I mean, my trainer, like the first day of training, he asked me who are my inspirations, and I told him at the time, because I'm a big dude, so I picked big guys. I went with Big Show, I went with Kevin Nash, and I forget who else I picked. But he told me to. He goes, great, study those guys, take some inspiration from each one of those guys, and mold them into your own character.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like it's so hard to create something new in wrestling, but when you do, it's special. But when you can create something just different, I mean that's pretty good, and that's really good. So, yeah, I mean, and there we go. As OMD will be caught up in just a few seconds.
No, I won't, because my signal's gone to buffering.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be on Raw, and he's still going to be on SmackDown by this point.
I think he's still at Clash. But OMD, just so you know, what we had was interference from the Bloodline.
I got a brief clip back. Yeah, I've got them. And here come KO and Randy.
Yeah.
Now, we know we've heard some news about potential new members of the Bloodline. I wonder if that's something we could see here tonight.
I mean, we're still waiting on Jacob Fatu's debut.
No, it's not even necessary. Jacob Fatu.
And there's Jacob Fatu.
I said it just as he got in the ring, by the way, on my screen.
And he looks in great shape.
He's in a lot better shape than the last time I saw him.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, you're talking about was it the spear that looked rough there?
Yeah. I still think we're going to see all this expansion on the Bloodline, only to see the Wyatt Six target them to make it that fair fight. Maybe we see the Wyatt Six versus the Bloodline in War Games.
Oh, I love that. I definitely love that. They picked the right city for Jacob Fatu to debut in, just pointing that out there.
Yep.
It's 3-0 Oilers.
Yeah.
Zach Hyman has officially tied Austin Matthews for goals scored in this current hockey season, by the way.
Okay.
Regular season and playoffs. So
Yep. At 70?
yes. And there is officially 100 seconds left to go in the second period.
And that is going to do it for this episode of SmackDown. Ending 2 minutes early. Wow.
Hey. Well, Jacob Fatu, not knowing that there's 2 minutes left.
Right.
All right. So what do you say we get those socials handed out there, boys?
I think we can do that.
I think we have a better something we should do first, though.
I think we can do that. Parrish, would you like to tell the people where they can watch us?
Well, no, yeah, where they can watch us. Show us that.
No, we don't have that video up here right now.
No, but I don't mind switching the brand over. So
you don't have to. I can. You know what? You talk. Okay, well, you can do that.
I switched the brand just as you said that. So
yeah. No, I figured that. But yeah, check out what we have going on over at Turbos.
all right, and I will freeze. All right, OMD, where can the people find you? Oh, he's still muted from the audio. All right, we're gonna go over to you, Parrish.
You can see me over on all these channels you see scrolling down where I am inside laughing still at the situation with OTS. Nikki, if you're watching, he sometimes gets muted as things play. It's really funny for all of us. But yeah, you can follow me on the X at Chris Parrish, Instagram, and Threads, Chris.Parrish, the Twitch at twitch.com/the Chris Parrish, my TikTok at Chris Parrish, as well as my YouTube at Chris Parrish. You can also check me on my Facebook at the Chris Parrish, and then also my Discord over at discord.gg/3JBGY7Y2G. That is where you can find me on the socials. You saw where you can find me visually this Sunday. Chris Parrish Podcast, 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Boom.
All right, and now that OMD's unmuted.
Yes, now that my audio issues have subsided, the people can find me on the Book of Faces at Daniel Harisic, HRYCYK, on Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on OM&D, on Twitch at OMD17, and Discord at OMD6370.
All right, and you guys can find me at youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, twitch.tv CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, facebook.com Chris.Best83, tiktok.com CBRS.entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fantastic show. Parrish, I'm glad you came in and did the run-in. So you're more than welcome to join us next week or whenever you have the time again. But for OMD, for Chris Parrish, my name is Chris Best, and we are signing off.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what they wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all, in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa! It all started with the passion, it all sounded like a dream. Remember